Good rainy afternoon, evening, everyone. We are at J.F. Edwards Softball Complex for the Geneseo Lady Leafs versus Sherrard in a non-conference matchup tonight. We've had some rain off and on today, but field is looking good, and we're going to play ball.
Field crew worked hard this afternoon and got the field ready to go, so should be a good game against Sherrard and Geneseo here. Sherrard coming in at 7-9, but they are, as a team, played some pretty tough teams, and from an offensive perspective, hitting .385 a team with 23 home runs, averaging almost 10 runs a game. Geneseo comes in at 14-3. And they're holding their opponents to about 2 runs a game. So this should be a interesting battle to see how the offense of Sherrard does against the defense and the pitching that we've seen from the Maple Leafs. So should be a good game tonight, Tom.
We're looking forward to it. Defensively for the Leafs on the mound is Anna Narup. Behind the plate, Maya Bieneman. At third base, Lauren Wildermuth. Shortstop, Peyton Stoll. Second base, Natalie Baumgartner. First base, Robin Nelms. Out in left field is Addison Dykstra. Center field, Jalen Lambin. Right field, Lauren Johnson. Starting things off for Sherrard is going to be Russell.
The rain we had probably good for the infield. It's not quite as dusty.
Megan Russell coming in with a .431 average, so she's doing a nice job getting on base to start off the order here. Megan, a lefty hitter here. I've played against her several times, very fast, and should be a good battle here. A lefty on lefty.
Leading off, Megan Russell, number 4, the shortstop.
She getting called back to the dugout for a second here. Not sure if she needs a different bat or what's going on.
Don't know.
She's coming back out. She forgot her wristband.
Yeah, that's helpful when the coach is giving you signs to have that. So Leafs are in a pretty drastic shift here in the outfield and infield against the lefty slapper. She's got some power. She could make this situation interesting.
First pitch, a called strike. So Narup jumping ahead 0-1 on Russell.
Starts there with a curveball on the outer half for strike 1. So good start for Narup. Leafs infield is inverted, looking for something soft. We say inverted, that means the second baseman is up and the first base is back. Normally in bunt coverage you would have the opposite, but second basemen generally tend to be a little bit more athletic, so you bring them up for that reason.
Foul ball left side. So that is the second strike. So the count now 1-2.
Narup comes in with a 1.25 ERA and 84 strikeouts so far this season, 11 wins, 1 loss. So she's certainly been an ace for the Leafs this year, and looking to continue that.
Yeah, she's had a very solid season, and Leafs are going to ride her as long as they possibly can, and hopefully she stays healthy.
Yep, that's a big key for the Leafs for sure, is keeping her healthy as their ace. She's been a little dinged up. She got hit with a line drive and a couple hit by pitches. So, but she's battled through those injuries and still been throwing well. As we've seen, first batter of the inning is always the most important one for the Leafs and Narup. So it's a big out for us here.
Count now 2-2. Here's the pitch. Looks like the screwball there.
Yep, that was screwball coming back in on the hands.
Count now full.
Like I said, Kernan likes to work the outer half on most of the slappers. Not sure he'll continue to do that or what.
Ground ball back to Narup, over to first for the first out.
Big out there for Narup to get the lead off Speedy Russell there.
For the first out of the inning.
So up next is Caitlin Woods, and it's going to be difficult, Ryan, not to call her Hollywood during this game.
That's her common name that most people call her by. But Caitlin have a tremendous season so far. She's hitting .536 on the year with 6 home runs, and certainly capable. She's not a big kid, but she has some of the best bat speed that I've seen. So
first pitch in the dirt there.
A little short look like there with the curveball.
You know, he grew up in the travel arena of Quad City softball, which is a very strong area for softball and program, and Caitlin, one that's been playing for as long as I can possibly remember.
Yep, for sure, for sure. She's played probably since she was 8 years old, if not younger. So she's had a lot of success along the way, and that's led her to a pretty strong high school career. So she'll do a little bit of pitching also for the Tigers. So
Ball there. Count now 3-0.
she's patient, so will take a walk if it's presented to her here. So see if Narup can work back in this count. Takes 3 to get there, 3 to get back. So
Down the middle there for a strike. Looked like she was taken.
yep, I would agree. I think early in the game, probably more likely to take there, but with her power, you pipe one over the middle, she can certainly do damage.
Foul tip on that one, and the count goes full.
Nice hard cut. I know she is battling a little bit of a shoulder injury here, so I'm not sure what impact that might have.
And the payoff pitch coming from Narup. Ground ball to Wildermuth, over to Nelms for the second out.
Nice play there by Wildermuth.
Now ball
So
to Wildermuth, and
Leafs came off 2 wins last night against the Rock Island Alleman. I would say it wasn't our best games of the year, though, Tom. We seemed to be a little bit off our game and maybe not so energetic after the big win against Sterling earlier this week. So hopefully the energy level's where it needs to be today to go out there and take care of business.
Next up for Sherrard is number 23, which is also a Russell.
Yep. This is Ashley Russell, the sister of Megan. She's a sophomore catcher. She's hitting .411 so far this year. So Narup works the screwball away there for a strike.
Not a bad thing to have a sophomore hitting .411.
Nope. She's a good ball player for sure. She catches for him. Got a nice arm.
Taken there for a ball. Count now 2-1.
Narup working a little frustrated with that one, but I think it was a little bit down.
Up high, 3-1.
Yeah, she's still. Narup, I think, is feeling her way through this first inning a little bit. Not as sharp, maybe, as we've seen her, but she'll work through that.
Also throwing her third game in as many days. That one out to right field, comes in. They got to play it first.
Oh, that was interesting. It was a good play by Johnson, but Russell kind of peeled off there at the end before she got to the safety base, and I think that made it, maybe cost her the difference between being safe and out there. So
very close play. I don't think the Sherrard first base coach cared for it, but
he doesn't get an opinion.
He does not. He does. Well, he has one, but
he
it
has
makes
an opinion,
no
but
difference.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So we head to the bottom of the first, no score here. Yeah, Ryan, you mentioned last night the games against Alleman. It was one where by the score, Leafs definitely took charge. First game was 10-1, second was 10-0. Yeah, for the score being what it was, I think it could have been a lot more or a lot worse.
Yeah. Leafs didn't feel like they had a lot of energy last night coming off the win on Wednesday against Sherrard and Sterling, excuse me. And but you have that sometimes. And it's good they didn't get caught in a trap and get beat. They still found a way to win, but it wasn't our prettiest game of the year here. So
yeah, so if you can have an ugly game and come away with outscoring your opponents 20-1, it's not a bad thing.
Nope, for sure. For sure.
The lineup for the Leafs, the batting order is going to consist of, it's going to start off as Natalie Baumgartner, then Peyton Stoll, Maya Bieneman, Robin Nelms, Jalen Lambin, Morgan Snell, Anna Narup, Lauren Wildermuth, and Lauren Johnson.
Yep, pretty. Got a couple of. We've got a freshman in the game tonight, Sydney Spendle, who's hasn't played a ton for the varsity so far this year. Has had a lot of success on the fresh soft level. She did come in last night in the second game and DP'd for us and had a couple of hits. So it'll be good to see what she can do here again tonight against Sherrard and maybe a little bit better pitching. So.
McKenna Backwell will be pitching and Ashley Russell will be catching. The first three batters
Blackwell is the pitcher for Sherrard.
for the Leafs. Baumgartner,
I actually went to high school with her dad, so he was a very good football and baseball player.
So starting things off will be Natalie Baumgartner. She's batting .471 on the year. Takes the first one up high.
Baumgartner leads it off, the second baseman for the
It's
Leafs.
interesting, we got our top RBI producer hitting in the one slot now,
Solo
but
on deck.
with Kruger dinged up a little bit, Baumgartner's moved up to the front. With her high on base percentage, it's good to get somebody up there that we know can get on base.
Takes that one outside, 2-0. Yeah, you mentioned she has 4 home runs and 24 RBIs.
So, but nothing wrong with a little Ricky Henderson power in that number 1 spot. So, I think she almost has the speed of Ricky Henderson too. So,
Hard ground ball to shortstop, over to first for the out.
yeah, Russell makes a nice play there.
Ground ball to Russell.
Hit it hard to Russell, but
Control for a
didn't get through. So. Now we got Peyton Stoll coming up. She's hitting .333 on the year with 10 RBIs and leading our second on the team in with 16 runs here. So we'll see if Peyton can get us going with 1 out. That'll work.
Takes the first pitch to the right center gap. She might get 2 out of it. She rounds it, takes a look, and she's going back to first. That's a good move.
Yep, nice job cutting it off. You don't want to, in that situation, run to an out in the first inning here. So
That brings up Maya Bieneman
Bieneman is your
for
batter.
the Leafs.
Bieneman hitting
Walks on deck.
375 on the year. So, excuse me, 357 on the year with 5 home runs here. So she's had a nice start to the season. We'll see if she can do some damage here and get the Leafs out going early here.
Takes the first one outside for a ball. Does she know it's Dinger Friday?
Yeah, I told her this morning, so
You
we'll
did?
see
Okay.
how it goes.
All right. Does she still have it going where all dingers have been on Tuesdays?
No, I think she hit one on a Thursday. So.
Okay, all right. Natalie told me that they call it Dinger T-Day now
Yeah,
for Tuesdays and Thursdays.
that is not going to do it.
High pop fly. Shortstop goes back, makes the catch, and a nice off-balance throw over to first to check Stoll back in the first.
Got under that one a little bit for the second out. So bringing in Nelms here.
Robin Nelms.
Hitting 333 on the year with 11 RBIs. See if Coach Rusk has Stoll on the move here with 2 outs in the inning. See if we can get somebody in running scoring position.
Takes the first one for a strike. Stoll with good speed.
Yep.
I think she has 3 stolen bases on the year.
Yep, 3 stolen bases so far this year. So Russell, as I mentioned, does have a good arm here. So a ball well outside, but Nelms fouls it off to the left side.
0-2 on the batter.
Puts her in a bit of a hole at 0-2. So she's going to need to protect that plate. Cloudy, very cloud-covered day. As I mentioned, we had rain a good part of the day, and even an hour or two ago, pretty solid rain. But, you know, if you have a Bob Pettit on your team, if it's playable, if you're not building an arc, you're playing softball.
Yeah, for sure.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's the third out.
Yeah, well, outside there on the screwball, Nelms couldn't hold up, so Leafs go down 1 run on the or 1 hit on the inning and strand a runner there. So let's go ahead and go to our TV 50 broadcast sponsors and give them a quick thank you. So we have Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Communications, Turpins of Geneseo, Buzzworks Automotive, Geneseo Fitness, Eric Henderson and Jolene Effner of Country Financial, Central Bank, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Vorak Pharmacy, Brian Gernant and Gernant Asset Management, and Farmers National Bank. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV 50 broadcast. Looks like we got to start the inning off here with Blackwell, Hartman, and Klein. So see what Narev can do in the second here to shut down the Tiger offense.
Blackwell batting .525 on the year. In her 16 games with 31 hits and 31 RBIs. You mentioned, Ryan, Sherrard, a very good hitting team.
Yeah, top to bottom, they do a nice job of hitting the ball. Like I said, they're hitting over 380 as a team for the year. You know, they got a couple kids over 400. Like I said, Woods is over 500. Blackwell also hitting over 500. Excuse me, she's at 525. She's a talented player for the Tigers here. So another tough out. Swings through that one. Big cut though.
Big cut.
Narup with a nice little screwball there on the outer half. So
Hartman on deck.
Second pitch called strike, and Narup jumps ahead 0-2.
yeah, pretty similar to the first pitch there. So most teams' key here, you know, the key for Narup is really that screwball on the outer half, and if they can, you know, the righties can let that get deep and travel, that's the only way they're going to do damage. So she's up in the zone with it a little bit when she gets to 2 strikes and tries to get them to chase. Blackwell does a nice job holding off there. So we'll see if we work her. Maybe she's seen 2 screwballs and a ball up, so maybe we may be going inside here. We'll see. Nope, she goes back outside and with a strikeout.
Gets her swinging. So 1 down now.
Ava Hartman, the third baseman, is your next batter.
And Hartman, the next batter for Sherrard.
Followed by Klein.
Hartman, also a freshman, so a young player here for the Tigers. Hitting .333 on the year, does have some power. I think she's got 6 home runs. Narup a little low with the screwball there. Tigers got a nice young, you know, team here from a hitting perspective. I think the key for them is probably Blackwell's pitching and whether or not she can get outs. But you know, they got a pretty bright future here with you know, some of the youth that they have on the team. So hopefully they can, you know, we always root for all of the local teams. So hopefully they can keep getting better every year.
Historically, a lot of talent at Sherrard.
Yep, for sure. They've had a couple down years the last couple of years, but prior to that, they were very strong. And I think they certainly getting better here. So
the 1-2 pitch from Narup upcoming.
Gets it up a little bit. Just nice little looper to Nelms.
Pop up to Nelms here at first base.
Caught in foul territory for the second out. Next batter is Klein for Sherrard. Lauren Klein.
Second baseman is your next
I
batter.
show she's batting 450. I'm sorry,
340
340
for the year. Yep.
340, yeah.
Yep. So another solid hitter. I've played a lot against her. She's a good ball player.
First pitch back to Narup, over to Nelms for the third out.
Quick inning there for Narup. Good to keep that pitch count down.
Yes, 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 yes. Again, you know, 3 games in 3 days, and Leafs will have another one tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We'll be back here at JFE playing Macomb.
Yeah, the Bombers are coming to town.
The Bombers, the Macomb Bombers.
Spent a lot of time in Macomb during my college career.
Were you a WIU?
I am a WIU grad and a Duke grad.
A Leatherneck.
Yep. 6 best years of my life there.
Was that for a 4-year degree? I kid.
I know, that's okay, Tom. I appreciate that. So, no, but Blackwell's, like I mentioned, I went to high school with Blackwell's dad. He was a couple years younger than me, but he was a quarterback and also a pitcher. He went on to play at Lincoln Land and was very successful there. Was actually drafted by the Twins and played for the Bandits for a year. So,
it's a pretty impressive resume.
Yeah.
Jalen Lambent will be starting things off for the Leafs.
Yeah, Lambent, a super talented sophomore for the Leafs. Really a 5-tool kid, great speed. You know, she hit a triple down the line last night, and everybody just kind of watched her run. She runs kind of like a gazelle. She's got a strong arm. You know, she's got a couple home runs, good power. So
it was a stand-up triple. Yeah, it wasn't even close. In the dirt for the first pitch. We were talking about with Jalen, batting average might seem a little bit low if you just look at the number, but she's got 9 times she's reached on error, which is a indication of that speed you mentioned, Ryan.
Yeah, it tells you 2 things. It tells you she's hitting the ball down and hard, right, which you're going to have more errors when that happens. And then, you know, if they bobble it, she's got the speed to be able to beat it out. So it's a big, she's a big weapon to have for us to have here in the 5 hole. So.
Takes that one inside, and she's got a 3-0 count.
Yeah, Blackwell struggling a little bit here with her command in the start the second. Been down and a little bit low on our pitches here.
Takes that one for a strike.
It's like just a fastball on the inner corner on the inside corner there. So it goes to 3-1. It's a good pitch on a 3-0 count, though. There's not much you're going to do from a damage perspective, and you're working it right in the strike zone. Lambin right up here on the plate. Works and does a nice job working the walk there. So,
and not a bad runner to have on first base to start the inning.
Nope, for sure. That's like we've talked about before. You know, she's led off a couple of innings for us that ended up being big innings, and I think having her and her speed, you know, to start an inning off is really helpful. So, got Snell coming up. Snell's got some good power. She's been hitting the ball better the last week or so. She was in a little slump before that, but last week or so she's hit the ball well. So, see what she can do here.
Low and in, nice stop there by the catcher.
Yep, Russell's a solid catcher. She's really strong defensively, and also does a nice job with the bat hitting in the 3-hole for the Tigers. So, I think Blackwell's a kid you got to try to throw you a strike, and then when she does, you got to try to do your damage when you see that. So
again, low and in, and we've seen several of those.
Yeah, she's just not quite finishing that pitch on the inside corner there. So
2-0 to Snell. Snell pitched the second game last night against Alleman and did a good job for us.
Yeah, nice job. She threw a shutout. I think she had 5 Ks, so it was good good comeback for her. You know, we had a little trouble last time out, but came back in much stronger. Nice job there by Lambin on the steal.
I believe that was a called strike.
Yeah, and Russell looked like she hesitated a little bit on that throw and gave Lambin had a really nice jump and was able to beat that out pretty easily. So I guess we're at 3-0, Tom.
3-0. My apologies.
All right, so see if we got the green light here. I'm probably going to give the green light, but only, you know, looking for the pitch that she can really hit and drive here. Outfield really deep against her, about 5 feet from the fence.
Called strike.
That's that 3-1 pitch or 3-0 pitch she threw last time, and that little fastball on the inner corner, on the inside corner. So
the 3-1 with a runner in scoring position. Showing bunt.
Oh.
Pulls back, and it's ball 4.
Yeah, I think we were bunting there, and Morgan saw a ball and did a nice job taking and getting on base there. So first 2 runners on the second for the Leafs here, so a good place to start. You know, the nice thing with the Leafs is, you know, this year it's not just been one person or a certain part of the order. The entire team is top to bottom, you know, has really came through and had some good at-bats in big innings. So
Anna Narup, the pitcher, is up now. And she lays down a beautiful bunt over to first for the out, but moves the runners over.
Yeah, that was a fantastic bunt. It just kind of stopped and died right there in front of the plate, and both runners were able to move. So nice job there by Narup to help her cause and get that bunt down.
I think are we bringing in a runner for Snell? I think that's what Coach Mitchell
I think probably what we're doing here is we're flipping the DP and the flex to put a little bit more speed out there on second base so we can score on a single.
So that would bring Addison Dykstra in to run for Snell.
Yep.
And she's got great speed.
Yep, she's a freshman, super fast kid, so bright future with the Leafs, and now single likely scores 2, particularly with the Tiger outfield playing really deep.
This is Lauren Wildermuth, and she had a great night last night.
Yep.
Takes the first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, her bat's really coming around. She's got good pop, and she was hitting some balls hard and at people early in the season, and not having a lot of luck. But recently, the ball's been start to find the gap for her, so that's great to see.
Fouls that one off.
A little fastball or maybe a screwball on the inner half there. Early in the count, maybe not a pitch you want to go after, but regardless, she took a swing at it. So
she was 1 for 3 in the first game last night and 3 for 3 in the second.
Yeah, you can't argue with 4 for 6. That's a nice doubleheader.
Shows bunt, pulls back. It's a wild pitch, but bounces right back to Russell. And runners do not advance.
Yeah, Lambert had a nice jump, and I think she might have been able to make it, but with one out there, you don't want to make an out at home plate. You can still score a lot of ways here. Ground ball to the middle, sac fly. Probably a good decision there by Lambert not to go.
Yeah, especially when the hitter in the box has been hot lately.
Yep.
Probably a good decision. In the dirt, 3-1.
Yeah, a lot to go through a runner's head when they're coming off of third base in that situation. They're not necessarily thinking about those things, but the coaches probably are.
So strike on the batter.
Generally, you're gonna teach a kid that you're not gonna tell them to go, but you're gonna tell them to stop, right? And Coach Russ probably put the brakes on there, knowing the situation.
Low and in, ball 4 to load the bases.
Walks.
And that brings up Lauren Johnson.
Up the right fielder.
Blackwell with 3 walks on the inning, so really struggling out there. Russell does a nice job calling time and going out there and having a conversation, calm her down a little bit, and see what. Sometimes it's just the momentum of the inning. You just got to slow things down a little bit. Go out and talk to the pitcher and calm her down a little bit. So.
LJ for the Leafs, batting .222 on the year with 8 hits, and she split those evenly between singles and doubles.
Yep. I mean, she's had some good quality at bats. She's no slouch in the 9-hole, and she's had some big hits for us so far this year. And this would be a really good time for another one.
She scored 11 runs, which is no small feat either.
Yeah. And she's played a solid defense. She made a nice running catch last night in right field as well. So she's been a productive player for the Leafs so far this season.
Likes the first pitch, takes a big cut at it, and misses.
Yeah, it's a little up. I don't mind the swing. It's a pitch on the outer half that you're going to have to let deep, and she kind of pulled off and tried to pull that ball, and probably not going to have success in that situation. But, a lot of times after a visit and a couple of walks.
Hard ground ball to second, tags. Looks at home and then goes to first, and they did get the out going to second, did not get the out at first, so a fielder's choice there.
Yeah, a lot to think about there for the second baseman Klein on that one. She did the right first thing of tagging that runner right away, and with one out there, she had a double play if she just took it, and that would have kept the Leafs off the board, but she hesitated looking at home a little bit. Didn't hear a lot of communication from the Tigers on that one. That's one where your teammates got to talk to you.
So the first run for the Leafs does score, and that brings up top of the order again and Natalie Baumgartner. She takes the first pitch low. We got runners at the corners with 2 outs, and Leafs with that 1-0 lead.
Johnson does a nice job advancing on that ball in the dirt there. So, hey, good opportunity here for Natalie to add to that RBI total, even in the number 1 hole. So we'll see if she can do some damage.
Takes that one low and in.
Yep.
I think that one missed. Catcher was starting to set up outside, and then it came in.
We have Sowell on deck.
So 2-0 the count to Baumgartner.
Yeah, I think she's struggling a little bit to hit her spots out there. So
sliding to the right again for the outside. Again comes in. And 3-0 to Baumgartner.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not looking like she's trying to throw a curveball there. So I think maybe she's missing on an outside fastball. I'm not certain.
Do you give her the green light?
Count, I absolutely, with 2 outs, give her the green light here. Our best RBI producer on the year. If she sees something she likes, she needs to hit it hard. And she
hits it down the third baseline over the first for the out.
Yeah, she hit the ball hard there on that one. Just got a little out front and grounded it out to the third baseman. But I think that, like I said, 3-0 count there with your best RBI producer on the season. Runners on. I'm green light on that all day long.
They do pick up the run.
So we head to the top of the third, and Leafs draw one there to take the 1-0 lead.
All right, so we got the one there. It'll be important this inning that we go out there and shut them down and have another quick inning here and see if we can get back on base, back up with the two-hitter Stoll, who singled in the first inning. So,
You're looking at the next week, the schedule. I mentioned Macomb coming to town tomorrow morning. That's a 10 a.m. game. We will be here at JF Edwards Softball Complex. On Tuesday, we go to Rock Island for a rematch. And I think we're the only ones to hand Rock Island a loss this year, aren't we, Ryan?
we are. I think that's no. They have a couple of losses. They also lost to LP and Rockridge. So
okay.
they do have 3 losses. Only 1 loss, however, in the Western Big Six Conference. So I think seedings came out this week for regionals too. In our regional, LP is the 1 seed on the basis. I think they may be undefeated, and they did beat Rocky. Rocky is the 2 seed, and then Geneseo is the 3 seed. So that's a pretty power-packed regional for the Leafs. So
That is
it'll be interesting how that goes. But I think, top 4 or 5, anybody in this top 4 or 5 probably have the opportunity to go out there and actually win that regional. So
We'll be up in this inning.
Yeah, that's definitely a stacked regional. The team that comes out of that one is going to be sitting well, I
The
think.
right fielder will be leading it off. Ryan on deck.
As you look at, some people care about rankings and some people don't. Geneseo moved up to number 8 in Class 3A this week. First pitch from Nerup is in the dirt for a ball.
yeah, I think Sterling is also in our regional, right, Tom?
They are.
So
they are.
4 of the top teams in 3A are in the same regional. So, like I said, anybody's ball game in that regional, but it'll be a battle and a dogfight.
Fouls that one off.
Nerup coming in on the hands there with the curveball.
You mentioned LP. They're ranked number 2 in the state in 3A. Rock Island 3. Otto, our old friends from the NIB 12, is at number 4. We are at 8 and Sterling at 10. Caneland, I think, is our sectional host, and they're at 13th.
Yeah. Caitlin, one of our former foes in the Northern Illinois Conference, so we're pretty familiar with them. Always a solid club.
The 1-2 pitch there was fouled off, so it remains 1-2.
Yep, Nerup working the screwball on the outer half there again. So she hasn't really elevated that pitch so far this game. That's really her strikeout pitch. So we see if she starts working that into her repertoire here. Oh, goes with a nice changeup.
That was pretty nice. That floated in, I think surprised her. Just off the plate, though, so the count even at 2.
Just throwing that pitch puts it in every batter's back of their mind that it's out there.
Absolutely. Popped up down the first base line. Nelms goes back and makes a nice catch over her shoulder.
For the first out of the inning.
Yep, did a nice job, worked it up, and Tatum just popped that one up to the third baseman. So
that brings up Ryan for
Cody on
Sherrard.
deck.
Yep, Addison Ryan. So I think she's a junior for the Tigers.
And even she's batting .421 in the 8-hole.
Yeah. So like I said, these Tigers have some hitters out there. So Nerup throws one a little high on that pitch.
If you're going to do that, though, do it with the bases empty like it is now.
Exactly.
Comes inside and tries to check it up and cannot.
Yeah. Another curveball up on the up in on the hands. That's kind of her secondary go-to, right? She's a screwball out, curveball in kind of pitcher, and then works to elevate the ball with 2 strikes. That's another good screwball.
That was a nice pitch. 1-2 the count now.
Yeah. So she's got a lot of places she can go with this pitch. Might be going
Up for that one, so the
Yeah.
count evens at 2.
Yeah, that was, I'm not sure if that was the rise or the screw, but she went up trying to get her to chase a little bit there.
Ground ball back to Narup. Over to first for the out. We've seen that a few times in this game already, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, that's where she's either, got that pitch right on that outer half, just off the zone with 2 strikes, and they're just getting the end of the bat on it a little bit and rolling it in, or the other situation is she's getting that curveball up on their hands and hitting it off the handle right back to her. So she does a nice job out there. She's athletic for a pitcher and does a nice job fielding the ball.
So this is Daly for Sherrard batting in the 9 hole, so obviously top on deck.
Doty is hitting 208 on the year, so
My apologies.
no worries. I think she's also a freshman, so another one of these young Tigers.
Swing and a miss. That's what happens when I try to read the lineup card.
Yeah, sometimes those coaches' handwriting aren't very good, so
I'm
she's out in
not,
front on that one a little bit, so
I'm not one to criticize handwriting from anyone.
elevates the screwball a little bit, trying to get her to chase.
Swing and a miss.
Another screwball there, a little more inner to outer half there.
Count even at 2 with 2 outs.
See if Narup can shut him down here and get the Leafs back on the back up to bat.
Swing and a miss, and she does.
Was the third out of the inning?
So we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Leafs with an early 1-0 lead here.
Yep, we got Stoll leading off the inning for us. She had a nice ball in the right center gap and was stranded in the 1st inning. So we'll see if she can get going again here. Stoll does a really nice job hitting that ball in the outer half, and she's had a lot of hits out there to the right center gap because of that ability to do that. So
We were talking about the upcoming schedule after the Tuesday rematch against Rocky. We will be back here Wednesday at the J.F. Edwards Softball Complex for senior night, which is against Anawan Weathersfield. That's against my alma mater. I went to Weathersfield.
very nice, Tom.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So
Honor
that's
our 4 seniors, right? Is it 5 seniors?
5
seniors,
seniors.
right? So Hannah Dunk, Natalie Baumgartner, Morgan Bjorkman, Anna Narup, and Robin Nelms.
and Robin Elms, yes. That's a 7 p.m. game.
That's late. That's going to be almost past my bedtime by the time we get done.
So if you hear a snoring noise, you have an idea where it's coming from.
Yeah, I may only be able to get through the 3. You may have to take the last 4.
Keith is going to let us know whether we'll be broadcasting that game.
So will
We're
we
hopeful
lead
of that.
off
I'm
here?
sure you are too, because,
In the 3rd.
we're entertaining that way.
Beaneman on deck.
First pitch to Stoll, well outside.
Yep. Stoll looking for something she can drive here.
Shortstop steps in.
Blackwell's kind of one of those pitchers that is wild to the point, in a way that it's hard to hit against her.
Nice hard ground ball there up the middle for a base hit.
Right up the middle.
Because you're not exactly sure always where it's going to be there. But on that one, she threw one on the inner half, and Stoll did a nice job dropping the bat head and driving it back up the middle. So we'll see what Beaneman can do here. Popped out the shortstop the first time up, so hopefully she can do a little bit of damage, at least move that runner over to second base.
Maya, very selective hitter.
Yeah, I think she leads the team with nine walks, so on base percentage over 500, I think it.
Takes the first one outside. Yeah, very good eye. She knows a strike.
Open stance to start.
Brings it in, takes that one for a called strike.
Yeah, that's a ball there I think you might want to try to hit. She's been struggling a little bit on the pitch on the outer half, not doing a good job of letting that ball to get deep, so she needs to be a little bit more patient and let that ball travel.
Count even at 1.
Ah.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Steps on the bag for 1. Over to first, and she is safe. Looked like Stoll did a nice job of maybe breaking up that play.
Yep.
Field is short, sir.
Shortstop made a nice play there. Bieneman beat it by about a half a step. So we got Emmerich coming in here to courtesy for Bieneman. Nerup struck out on a couple balls on the outside corner in the first inning here. So let's see if she can make an adjustment and drive one into a gap somewhere.
First baseman is your batter.
Takes that one for a ball.
Landon on deck.
Ball's down. That one's one Emmerich needs to get a little bit better read on. That ball was a little bit by the catcher. You need to be standing on second there.
If you get a good aggressive jump, then they're not going to throw you out with that long throw to second. Oh, nice line shot to left field. Emmerich going for 3 all the way. And on the throw, Nerup moves over to second.
That was good aggressive base running there by Emmerich, and like Tom mentioned, Nelms did a nice job following her and getting to second base there. Nelms did a nice job letting that ball get deep on her. You know, let it get deep, drive the ball the other way, right? If they're working you away, it's the secret to success. But a lot of times you got aggressive hitters up there, and they don't like to let that ball travel. So.
And that brings up Jalen Lambin with 2 runners in scoring position, and she's second on the Leafs in RBIs. So here's a good chance to move up the ladder. Takes the first one away for a ball.
Got a little curveball on the corner there. So it looks like we're going to sub in for Nelms here to get some speed on the bases. I think we've got, I can't see the number out there, Tom, 21.
21. I think that is
Annabelle Velaz.
Yeah.
So gives us a little bit more speed here. Not uncommon strategy early in the game to bring in some speed and try to make sure you're able to score on a single.
Coach Russ calling timeout, wants to talk to his base runners.
Yeah, I mean he's got some young, inexperienced runners out there, and Lambin only a sophomore, so want to make sure we get this right in this situation. Only up 1 run, important situation. You don't want to take any chances by missing a sign or something.
I'm sure telling Velaz as well that you don't have to run, so a ball hit in front of you, let's not make it easy for him.
Yeah, we don't want to run into that shortstop.
Called a little meeting to get things squared away.
The 1-0 pitch to Lambin upcoming. Low and in, ball 2. Really no wind to speak of today.
Pretty good crowd out here today, given the overcast and dampness of the day.
Hard ground ball to shortstop right through the wickets. That's going to score 2.
Yeah. That's the situation we talked about, Tom, when we said she reached on 9 errors, right? That's because she hits the ball down and hard, and you may not get a hit out of it, but you're more likely to get on base. So nice job there by Lambin to hit that ball hard. Russell just kind of played that one back on her heels a little bit and got through the wickets. Looks like Coach Estes is going to change pitchers here. She's coming into number 30. Is that Anderson?
Right, we're going to have a change.
Yeah, I've got Anderson.
Yeah, another young Tiger out there. So I imagine Blackwell will stay in the lineup, however, for her bat. Looks like she might be going to right field. I've never seen that before. We actually traded visors as part of that exchange. So. So Anderson with a little bit of an unorthodox delivery, so that might throw the Leafs off for a little bit until they can get adjusted. I have seen, Anderson's been pitching a little bit quite successfully here for the last few games for the Tigers. So. And it does look like we are getting watched at the local sports bar per the text messages that I'm getting, and thumbs up on how we're doing. So Barney's Corner Tap is broadcaster is showing the game. If anybody is looking to go out and eat and watch the game, there's a good opportunity.
Snell will be your batter,
There you go.
followed by Nara.
Glad to have them watching, and anyone else that may be joining us.
The hundreds and thousands around the nation, Tom, that are watching us in this broadcast.
We need Michael Buffer to introduce us.
Snell hits it hard right at Coach Mitchell there.
Got a bat on it for foul.
Yeah, she kind of stayed back on that and let it rip. But foul ball, so an 0-1 count to her.
Got one out and runner on first.
Walked the first time up here, so like I mentioned, she struggled a little bit there and a couple weeks ago, but is hitting the ball hard and hitting the ball much better here the last couple of games. So it's good to see her having some success.
Hard high fly ball out to right field. Tails into foul territory and drops.
Yeah, long way to run on that one with as deep as the Sherrard is playing out there. She had a long way to go and couldn't quite get there. So Narup's got, shoot, I'm going to get the name right here in a minute, Tom. That's Snell. Let's go sitting on an 0-2 count, and it's got to battle up there and work her way back into the count here.
Again, one out. Leafs leading 3-0. We're in the bottom of the third.
Does a nice job fighting off the high one there.
She's doing a nice job of staying back in general. Little different approach than I've seen from her in the past. Doing a real nice job of staying back and then just unloading with a good hard cut.
Yeah, she gets a little bit impatient in there and generally out front. And like I said, Tom, she is doing a much better job staying back.
Nice slide on the steal, getting underneath the tag, but she might be hurt.
Yeah, the throw, the glove, and Lamon's head all kind of met at the same point there.
Hoping she's okay. She's obviously an important player for us.
Yep, absolutely. Plays a key defensive position for us, and she just is one of those people that kind of wreaks havoc out there offensively.
I think she just kind of got her bell rung a little bit, and I think they need to let her know where she is.
Yeah, I think she's probably okay.
I think so too.
Sometimes that just scares you more than anything, so.
Yes. She's standing on the bag, and they handed her helmet back.
She's smiling, so that's a good sign.
Always a good sign.
It's her second stolen base of the day, so. Runners in scoring position here. Snell will see what she can do to put another run on the board for the Leafs.
She's staying in. Yeah, I think her neck got a little bit bent on that, but she's good.
Yeah, everything kind of came together all at one time. Good thing she had long legs and they were already on the base.
Yes.
And one out.
So the count now 1-2 to Snell.
Lamon had a really good jump there, but Russell made that a pretty close play.
Fouls that one off.
Yeah. High one there. It's all right. With 2 strikes, you want to protect, get a piece. So.
Okay.
Question about the scoreboard there. Counts correct on both with a count of 1 and 2. Nice job working it to 2 and 2 there.
Two and two on the batter with 1 out.
Waiting for the pitch call. We have one. Setting up inside. And again fouls it off.
Yep, she hit her location there, and Snell did a nice job fighting it off here. She's having a really good quality at bat here, so hopefully we can win it and get Lamb home.
The 2-2 pitch. Sits on that one outside. Count goes full.
doing a great job working herself back in the count here.
Up high for ball 4. So runners on first and second.
Really solid at bat there for Snell to coax the walk after being down 0-2. So we got Nair up here again with runners on first and second in another bunt situation. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Rusk chooses to move the runners again or lets her swing away.
It was a 9-pitch at bat. I had to look and see how many that was.
Your fingers were getting tired over there, I bet.
It was.
Looks like we're swinging away on that one.
A couple more, I'd have to start using my toes.
Leave your shoes on.
The 0-1 to Narup. Taken.
Anderson's high is leaving the ball up, and you know, it's important here for the Leafs to try to force her to bring that down and give them something that they can drive, right? She's struggling to bring the ball back down into the zone.
Yeah, we don't want to help her. Fouls that one back.
Yeah, that ball was up too. I mean, that was top of the zone maybe, right? Got to let that behind, leave it behind you and just focus on the next pitch here.
Count now 1-2 to Narup.
Trying to help herself here, get another run across.
Fouls that one off, left side out of play.
Yep. Fouls that one off. That's a pretty good pitch to hit there. She just didn't put it in play.
Takes that one for a ball.
She learned from the last one up there and does a nice job.
Count even at 2.
Sometimes it's hard to lay off that high one though, Tom.
Oh, fouled back.
Just got a piece of that one to hang in there.
The 2-2 to Narup. Ooh, hit that one hard, fouling out of play.
Yeah, she got a good piece of that one. It was an out on the outer half. She did a nice job waiting to get it back. She's just a hair tardy on it, but definitely got that one off the barrel.
2-2 on the batter.
Umpire collecting balls.
And 1 out.
Leafs have some really nice quality at bats this inning, particularly between Snell and Narup here, fouling off some 2-strike pitches and staying alive and getting back in the count.
Again, fouls off left side out of play.
Making the pitcher work out there. That gives the opportunity for not only you, but also your teammates to see what she's throwing.
If we're just bringing her in, we're trying to wear her down right away. Setting up on the outside corner. And she hits that one hard through the 5-6 hole. Lambin rounds third. She's going to come score.
Yep. Nice piece of hitting there by Narup. Great quality at bat. Fouled the ball off until she could get something down in the zone that she could do something with, and then sprayed it by the into the 5-6 hole and drove in that run, helping herself out here. So we got a courtesy runner for the pitcher. It looks like we got Terry Baumanley coming in, another one of the Leaf sophomores to run here.
Will be batting.
Baumanley number 24. So that brings up runners on first and second for Lauren Wildermuth.
Yeah, Wildermuth walked in her last at bat here against Blackwell. So let's see, this will be her first time seeing Anderson, so we'll see what happens.
Setting up inside. Well inside. 1-0.
Wildermuth well off the plate here.
Ground ball to second base. Does not look at the runner coming in front of her and goes to first for the force.
Yeah, that's a ball there where you want to try to get that lead out, I think. But made sure they got one, and now we got 2 down for the Leafs with Johnson rolling back up.
We have runners at second, third. Johnson is your batter, and in the top of the order.
First pitch fouled off by LJ.
Yeah, it was in the inner corner. She just kind of fouled it straight down. Big 2-out RBI opportunity here for LJ.
Setting up inside. She pulls it down the line over to first for the third out.
Yeah, got it on the inner half, got it off the handle, and a nice easy roller there to the third baseman to end the inning.
So the Leafs with a 4-0 lead here heading to the fourth inning. Sherrard will have top of the order coming to the plate.
And we'll give another thanks to our TV50 broadcast sponsors. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Communications, Turpins of Geneseo, Buzzworks Automotive, Geneseo Fitness, Eric Henderson and Jolene Effner Country Financial, Central Bank, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Verac Pharmacy, Brian Gernant and Gernant Asset Management, and Farmers National Bank. Please thank our TV50 sponsors for their support of this broadcast. So it'll be interesting here. Sherrard's coming up for the top of the order here. It'll be their second time seeing Narup and see if they can make some adjustments and put some balls in play. So Narup had a pretty efficient first 3 innings, and we'll try to continue to do that here into the fourth. Russell leading the inning off. She grounded right back to Narup last time. Like I mentioned in the previous at-bat, Russell's got really good speed here. So Leafs will have to play clean defense here to get the out.
See if we choose to invert once again. Players having a bit of a conference on the mound. First base coach having a conference with his batter.
Yeah, I'm probably, if it's me, Tom, knowing her a little bit, I'm probably playing the 5-6 in and pretty straight up other than that, but at least looks like Leafs will invert.
First ball hit to Wildermuth, over to first for the quick out.
Wildermuth does a nice job there on the ball right at her and makes a nice hard throw over to first to get her out. So,
and again, an important one to get out.
Yeah, Russell, that leadoff hitter and her speed, it's critical to make that first out. So nice job by, nice pitching by Narup and a nice play over there at third by Wildermuth.
So the 2-hitter here and Caitlin Woods coming to the plate.
So Woods grounded out to the third baseman the first time up. She was ahead 3-0, and Narup came back with a couple strikes and got it to full and coaxed the ground out of Woods here. So like I mentioned, Woods hitting over 500, so quality hitter and certainly can do some damage with 6 home runs.
Takes that one in, and 2-0 to her.
Similar to the first at bat here, with Woods getting ahead, and hopefully Narup can come back and get another out.
Outside 3-0, so identical to the last at bat so far.
Groundhog's Day thus far. So probably going to see a screwball here, I would imagine, out of Narup. Left it low, and that'll be the first base runner of the day for the Tigers.
That brings up Russell, the catcher.
And that brings up the other Russell.
Blackwell on deck.
Who's your catcher?
Yep, she hit a ball 90% of the time is going to be a hit out to the right fielder who did a nice job of making a play and throwing it out of one here. So she's probably a little bit of a double play candidate, but
that one off the glove, allowing the runner to advance.
Bieneman with a pass ball there, and as Tom mentioned, Woods advances over there to second. That's a ball we got to keep in front of us.
Russell advanced to second on that high pitch.
So a runner in scoring position now with 1 out for Russell. In the dirt, nice block there by Bieneman.
Good stop by Bieneman.
Made up for the one beforehand, I guess.
Narup wanting to change out the balls, not at all unusual in wet conditions.
Umpire having trouble keeping a hold of that one as well. Nerup struggling a little bit with her control here in the fourth. Hopefully she can pull it together.
In the dirt. That one, I think, caught the front lip of the plate.
Another tough pitch.
And Woods moves over to third.
So we have a runner on third base and 1 out.
Situation you're probably not going to squeeze down 4 runs here, but you never know.
So the 3-0 pitch. Taken for a strike.
Nice pitch by Nerup to work back into it. Looks like Russell taken all the way.
3-1 now. Line drive up the middle. That's going to score Sherrard's first run, and that is Sherrard's first hit.
The runner scores from third.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting right back up the middle over Nerup's head. So
Blackwell is
So
your
4-1
next
the score now in the top of the fourth with 1 out, runner on first, and the cleanup hitter coming to the plate. This is
McKenna Blackwell. Struck out in her first at bat here, so see if Nerup can reproduce there and get her again. Nerup with a tendency once in a while to struggle a little bit with her command. She's battling it a little bit this inning, it looks like. Good start there. But a lot of times with her, it's a flip of a switch to a little bit of control issues, and then the next pitch it looks like the best pitch you've ever seen, and she's right back on her game. So
looked like jammed her to Baumgartner over to Nelms for the out.
yeah, nice job there. That was the only play we really had. It was hit off her hands, and Baumgartner gets her on a 4-3. So we got 2 outs here. We need to get this out, limit the damage here against Hartman, who, like I mentioned earlier, has got 6 home runs on the season. So certainly got some power up there at the plate, and we got to be careful. So first inning or first at bat, she popped up to Nelms over there at first base. So
Bunts, and it's just foul.
looks like Hartman runs well for her size. So
Well placed bunt going to win foul.
a little surprised that he went with that with 2 outs there and a runner on second with his 5-hitter up, but I think he was trying to bunt that ball for a hit. So certainly trying to bunt that ball for a hit. There'd be no other reason to do it. So
Going for the element of surprise.
yeah.
So the 0-1 upcoming. Fly ball just over Nelm's head, tails into foul territory, and that's going to score the second run.
Another run scores.
Yeah, just a little blooper over the first baseman's head. Not much you can do about that one. Not necessarily a bad pitch, just a
We have a runner at
well-placed ball that you're not going to do much with. So
and a runner in.
Tigers cut the lead in half this inning.
One of those you couldn't have thrown out there any better.
Nope. And a good pitch. I mean, she got her on the hands, and she just was strong enough to get it up there over the first baseman's head.
So that brings Klein up. In the dirt. Nice block there by Bieneman, keeps the runner at first.
Klein grounded out to the pitcher in the second inning as well here. So not sure where that pitch was. Maybe a little low.
I was hoping you knew. 2-0. Called strike.
Good pitch there.
Flying to second baseman is your batter.
Ground ball, Baumgartner. Nelms in the out.
Nice job there getting out of the inning on the 4-3 to Baumgartner. So head to the bottom of the fourth. Up, the Leafs up with a score of 4-2.
Going back to the upcoming schedule, we did get word just before the game started on our regional draw. And that is going to be, we're going to play that June 2nd. It's a Wednesday night. We will play that here at JF Edwards Softball Complex against Rochelle. And then the winner of that game will play the regional championship in Rock Island the very next night, June 3rd.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Tom, that's a heck of a regional. You know, you got 4 of the top 10 3A teams in the state all playing in one regional. That's going to be a battle.
Definitely is. On that same night, Sterling plays their first round on June 2nd, but their championship will actually be Friday night, so they get a day off in between.
Yeah, interesting that the 4 seed gets a better kind of draw there than the 3, but it's all right.
Top of the order coming up for the Leafs here as they look to extend that lead now that Sherrard cut it in half.
Looks like we got to have a defensive switch here for the Sherrard Tigers. We got number 1 going into the game. I think that's Lexi Smith, if I remember correctly.
That's what I show.
Baumgartner looking for her first hit of the day. She's pulled a couple barrels hard to the left side, one to the shortstop, one to the third baseman here. So let's see if she can do some damage against first time against Anderson.
Hits the first pitch hard at the second baseman for the out.
Well, she's equal opportunity hard hit balls to each of the 3 of the infielders so far this inning. Klein does a nice job on the backhand and makes the play. Baumgartner hitting in some tough luck so far this game. So.
Stoll is your batter. Minimum on deck.
Peyton Stoll coming up.
Stoll 2 for 2 on the game with 2 balls, 1 up the middle and 1 to the right side here. So hopefully she can continue to stay hot. Looks like she's really seeing the ball well today.
Fouls that one off.
Inner half a little bit tardy.
Count now 1-1. Low and in.
Anderson not nearly as up in the zone as she was in her first inning here, so.
Feels like the humidity's coming up just a little bit.
Yeah, somebody needs to turn the air conditioner on here. I can't work in these conditions. Stoll working ahead here, so she's on a 3-1 count, looking for something over the middle that she can hit hard.
Ground ball, third base, over to first for the out.
Yeah, pretty good pitch. She just kind of topped it and rolled it over to the third baseman there, who made a nice play to get her out here. So we got 2 outs with Bieneman coming up to plate, see if she can do some damage. She's 0 for 2 so far this game, so she is due.
2 on, nobody on. Nelms on deck.
Sees the ball down there. See if we can get a Dinger Friday going.
I like Dinger Fridays. Ooh, that good thing that went through the hole because that might have hurt somebody.
Yep, she hit that ball hard. So 2 outs. Leafs are threatening here with the face runner at first.
Bringing in Caitlin Emmerich to courtesy once again.
Yeah, Beaneman's still struggling on that outer half. To get the ball in the inner half is she's been hitting it hard, but on the outer half, been a little bit of a struggle. So probably now everybody that's listening from Sterling, Rock Island, and Moline will know where to throw her.
Pop fly, that's going to drop over the shortstop's head. Emmerich pulls around second and nearly got picked off.
Emmerich can make it interesting sometimes out there on the bases.
I think that situation, knowing that the play is right in front of you, probably best to stay right on the bag.
Exactly. In that situation, you just want to get to the bag and watch it down and make sure it doesn't get by. And if it gets by, you go. And it's not a ball you really want to round on. So Lambin up in another situation to do some damage here.
Runners on first and second.
Lambin is your batter.
She's reached twice on a walk and a air. Hit the ball really hard at the shortstop right through her legs last inning to chase the starting pitcher Blackwell.
Takes the first one for a strike.
Fouls the inside pitch. Got a nice cut on it, but right off of her foot. Luckily, it was not a direct shot. Those can be a little bit painful.
In a hole 0-2 and needing to protect the plate.
Big 2-out RBI here. Ball the outfield should score 1, you would think.
High fly ball going out to right field.
That could be problems.
That could drop in. Second base makes a very, very, very nice catch.
Yeah, Klein makes a nice diving play there. Right fielder probably should have run a little harder and called her off, but
yeah, it's a play you'd prefer to have the right fielder make, but nice diving play there by her.
Yep, Leafs squander 2 base runners there and move to the top of 5, 4-2. So let's see what Narup can do this inning.
Due up for the Tigers will be their 7, 8, 9 hitters.
So you got Randolph, who popped up to the first baseman on a high pitch. You got Ryan, who grounded back to the pitcher, and Doty, who struck out. Did Smith, who did she go in for?
She went in for the left fielder. So yeah, she's due up in the 8 hole if they keep her in.
Okay, so she would be hitting for Addison Ryan here if the Sherrard coach doesn't change that back. And this is actually Randolph, the pitcher, or this is actually Anderson, the pitcher, hitting in Randolph's spot here. So this will be the first time that she has seen Narup.
Here in the top of the 5th.
First pitch is fouled back.
She's hitting an even 100 so far on the year. So
We have Lexi Smith on deck.
Narup working ahead with strike 1 there. Screwball for strike 2. Narup way ahead here.
Fouls that one back.
Went outside and up a little bit again, and Anderson does a nice job just fouling that one off.
She's styling with a different jersey than her teammates.
I believe that must be their fresh soft jerseys.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Nice ball down in the zone by Narup to get the K. We'll see if Smith stays in the game. If he can go back to Ryan, it looks like he might be going back to Ryan here. Or do we have a different pitch hitter? Looks like we might have somebody different here.
Making the substitution with the umpire.
2-something.
2 something. 29. That is Bushman.
All right, so
Cadence Bushman is your batter.
Bushman coming up for her first at bat of the game here.
Takes the first one for a strike.
It's like Narup's got that screwball working so far this inning.
Fouls it off.
It's back on the hands with the curve and up 0-2 here, and got a couple pitches to work with.
Takes that one close.
It's a good spot there with 2 strikes. Up and away, and Bushman just lays off that one, but she wanted it, I think.
Swing and a miss.
Narup gets her with a screwball. Sorry, Tom, I didn't mean to step on you there.
You're good. So 2 down now. And Doty, the batter.
Emma Doty is your batter.
Doty with a K in the first inning here, so seeing if she can put the ball in play for the first time against Narup.
2 out, nobody on.
She wanted to. On the appeal, she did not go. Taken for a strike, nice pitch. Narup still popping the glove.
Yeah, that was a nice velocity on that pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Good pitch there by Narup.
Her teammates didn't get the memo, though. They're supposed to get a big lead and get her out of this game and get her resting that arm.
Yeah, Sherrard's giving us a bit of a battle here.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
3 Ks on the inning for Narup. Nice inning of work.
So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Leafs still up here 4-2. Leafs will have Snell will be the batter. So it'll be, due up is Snell, Narup, and Wildermuth.
And if anybody gets on, Johnson. Snell so far this game has got 2 walks. Narup had a hit last at bat. Wildermuth 0 for 1 with a walk, and LJ 0 for 2.
Throw down from the catcher, and Snell about to dig in. Chris Narup providing some rolling stones for us here in the ballpark. And the first pitch to Snell. Line shot to right. That's going to drop in front of the right fielder for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting there by Snell, going the opposite way. She's been hot lately. Coach Mitchell coming in and making a change. I think he's going to put a different runner on first base. Probably going to bring in the flex, which is Addison Dykstra, and that's what he's doing. And I think that's the second time he's done that, which might mean that Snell's done for the day. So Anna Narup coming in. First pitch fouled back and out of play. second taken for a strike. So Narup sitting on an 0-2 count.
Sitting on 0-2 count for the second at bat in a row here. Did a nice job working back on the last one. See if she can do something similar here.
High fly ball left side tailing foul.
Out of play.
We had Dykstra on the move on that one, so probably a straight steal.
I was watching her run the bases. They brought her in the courtesy against Sterling Wednesday night, and there was a ground ball to the outfield, and she went first to third in a hurry.
Yeah, she brings.
0-2 on the batter.
She certainly brings some speed to the Leafs, and speed is something you can't teach. So that's good.
Fouled back there again. Dykstra was on the move.
Yeah, she's going to be tired here after this lengthy at bat.
Not only speed, but I felt like she had a good path on the bases too. And there's a good path and there's a bad path around the bases.
Yeah, she's definitely been well coached and knows how to run bases. You can see out there in the outfield too. She knows what she's doing. Right? She's been solid for a young player.
She played left field last night and had some really good reads out there on some hard hit balls and made some plays that weren't routine look routine. Hard ground ball up the middle for Narup. That's going to get her a base hit.
Foul ball up the middle. The runners at first and second.
So that puts runners on first and second, nobody out, and Lauren Wildermuth coming to the plate. And we're going to courtesy for
Bomley again coming in to run for Narup. Brings up Wildermuth here with nobody out, runners on first and second. It's could be a bunt situation. We'll see if he bunts and tries to move the runners or gives her the green light to swing away here.
Showing bunt. She does, and it's a nice one.
Yep.
So she does her job, moves the runners over.
Good bunt, and the runners advance.
Gets the sacrifice down there to bring Johnson to the plate with runners on second and third and only one away. So that's a nice job by Wildermuth to get that bunt down. She almost pushed it over there past the third baseman and made things interesting, but third baseman made a nice play and got her over there at first.
I thought I had a shot at getting by her. Johnson takes the first one for a ball. That return from the catcher almost went into center field.
That would have been a nice little gift for the Leafs.
Setting up on the inside corner. Pulls that one down the line.
Yeah, that one was well inside. She went right after Coach Rusk on that one. How did Snell get on?
She had hit the first pitch for a line drive and right field, dropped in front of the right fielder.
All right, thank you.
One out, and runners at second and third.
Wildermuth, typically where she gets her base hits is to the right side. And that might be why she keeps seeing some inside pitches here.
Yep. Doesn't chase the ball up on that one.
Count now 2-1 to her.
It's a game here. The Leafs need to get that big hit and open up the lead a little bit.
Kind of stepped in the bucket and swang.
Yeah, her feet are kind of all over the place on that swing. She was kind of dancing there in the box, so used to get settled and get back, get through.
Not a bad pitch to hit there, but I think the step back is what cost her. Takes that one in the dirt, and now a full count.
Takes on that little curveball low.
Full count on the batter.
Top of the order on deck.
Should be a good pitch to drive here, you would think, on a full count with the leadoff coming up.
Hard ground ball at third base over to first, and the throw is off the mark. That's going to score 2.
Yeah, Hartman just kind of got that ball and fired it over to first. Probably a situation, where she wants to look at that runner at third anyway to hold her. She had a lot of time. She just got in a big hurry and and kind of threw the ball in well out towards the right field on her throw to 1 there. So Leafs get a bit of a gift to drive in 2 more runs on the air by the third baseman.
So 1 out, top of the order, and Natalie Baumgartner coming to the plate.
So
Baumgartner will see if she can trade places with Johnson out there.
And a pop fly. And she's 0 for 4.
Yep, she just kind of dropped her hands on that one and got under it. Dropped his back shoulder a little bit. So we got Stoll here up with 2 outs and a runner on second, trying to get a 2-out hit here for the Leafs.
First pitch taken for a ball.
Anderson up a little bit with that one.
Hard ground ball, shortstop, over to first for the 3rd out.
Russell makes a nice play there with, I mean, the runner's right in front of her. That's a hard play to make. You lose sight of it there for a second. So nice play by Russell to make that play and get Stoll there at first base. So Leafs pick up a couple and go up 6-2, headed into the top of 6. Big inning here for the Leafs with top of the order of coming up for Sherrard.
You fans, check out the concession stand. On the schedule, the varsity plays tomorrow here at 10 o'clock.
Why don't we give another shout out to our proud sponsors of this TV 50 broadcast real quick. So we have Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Communications, Turpin's of Geneseo, Buzzworks Automotive, Geneseo Fitness, Eric Henderson and Jolene Effner of Country Financial, Central Bank, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Verac Pharmacy, Brian Gernant and Gernant Asset Management, and Farmers National Bank. So we got the speedy Russell leading off the inning after making a nice play there at shortstop. We've been able to keep Russell off base here in our first 2 at-bats. She grounded back to the pitcher and then hit the first pitch to the third baseman last at-bat. So see if we can continue to keep her off the base paths. I think she's a big key to this inning here. So
Leafs choosing to stay with the game plan, and that is invert the infield. First pitch taken for a ball.
Narup tries to get her to chase it up there on a curveball, and Russell doesn't bite.
Up once again,
Up
ball
again.
2.
Narup needs to work herself back in the count here on this pitch. Up high again. Usually when she struggles with her control, it's not up, it's down, so.
The 3-0. That one is taken for a strike.
Russell didn't necessarily agree with that, but looked pretty good to me.
It did to me as well. So 3-1. And a line shot right at Stoll, who makes a nice catch.
Nice play there by Stoll.
Well hit ball. Stoll made a good catch on it. So it's the first out in the inning.
And that brings up Caitlin Woods once again.
Woods walked on last at bat. She's been up 3-0 in both of her counts so far here. So let's see if Narup can find a way to get ahead of her. Up again there. Woods primarily a pull hitter, but can't hit the ball hard to the right center gap on an outside pitch.
In the dirt.
Narup overthrowing a little bit on that one.
2-0. She might want to change out the ball, but we'll see. Looks like she's going to keep that one. Ground ball, Wildermuth. Nelms the
Nice
out.
job.
Good pick up there at third by Wildermuth.
Woods hit that one hard, but right at Wildermuth made a nice play, and she threw a rocket across there to first base, Tom. She's got a nice arm.
Actually,
She does.
The catcher is your next batter.
So that's got the two top hitters there for Sherrard. Those are two big outs for Narup, and this brings in Russell, who is 1 for 2 with a single right back up the middle last at bat. Narup working the screwball away, must have been a little off.
Blackwell on deck.
She has half of Sherrard's 2 hits.
Little
Fly ball.
floater just outside of the reach there of Nelms.
Out of the reach of Nelms there at first base. So 2 out, nobody on.
That one was close for Nelms. She just didn't quite get there.
Yeah, I don't think got the best jump that she could have.
Yep. That's tough when you got the 3-hitter up and she pops one in foul territory like that. You want to make sure that doesn't come back to haunt you.
Hard ground ball, and that gets through the hole.
And it does.
On the hole between short and third.
So she gets her second hit with
Yeah.
2 outs.
She's actually hit the ball hard downfield 3 times. The first inning, she got thrown out on a 9-3, and so she's been really carrying the offense thus far for Sherrard. So we got Blackwell coming up, who struck out and grounded out to Baumgartner last time. So Leafs will be seeing what they can do here to put another 0 on the board with 2 outs.
Swing and a miss.
Nice job working ahead there by Narup on the screwball.
That was a big cut.
That was a big cut, and she was just under it. The ball wasn't tremendously out on that screwball, so it was a hittable pitch.
Ball high, throw down the first, and did not get her.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was coming. Last pitch, she was quite a bit off the base there. Bieneman just kind of bounced the throw a little bit. Otherwise, it would have been pretty close.
That's a line shot. That's going to be extra bases. So a run should come in to score there. It does. Throw is cut at the pitcher's mound.
All right.
Yeah, she did. That ball was on the outer half. She let it get deep, and she put a good charge into it over there to the right center
Abel
gap.
Hartman is your batter, followed by Klein. So we have a runner at second base.
So a couple of hits
Yeah,
here with
2
2 outs. Puts another run on the board for Sherrard.
Yep, and Hartman had a hit last time at bat, so see if she can make up for that throw in the field last inning.
The Leafs lead now 6-3. Taken for a strike.
Narup working ahead with the screwball there.
Taken
Another
again
one.
for a strike.
Hartman's got herself in a bit of a hole here. So Narup's got to be smart and really work those corners and just off here. See if she elevates or comes in on the hand. She's thrown 2 screwballs in a row. Another screwball.
And that one's deep. That's going to be extra bases as well.
Yeah, as we mentioned, you know, these Tigers can really hit the ball, and they're showing it this inning. Yeah, the positioning there, LJ's pretty shallow there in right field, and that's cost her a little bit, I think, in these last two hitters.
Followed by Randolph.
So the lead now 6-4. Again, a runner in scoring position.
Narup trying to limit the damage here with Klein at bat. Another good pitch. she's been working ahead. It's just been a matter of once she's got 2 strikes, just finishing that that batter off. Nice pitch up in the zone there. Klein can't lay off.
2 on the batter. The runner on second base and 2 out.
And Nerup ends the inning with a K.
But they pick up a couple, making it interesting.
So we got Stoll, Beanham, and Nelms to lead off the inning here. Stoll's 2 for 3. Beanham is 1 for 3, and Nelms is 2 for 3. So this should be a good inning. It'd be nice to get a little insurance for Nerup out there on the mound. Yeah, I think that last inning, Tom, those balls in right center, we may not have caught them, but it felt to me like we didn't really adjust the outfield defense position from a position perspective, maybe like we should have there. We're leaving a pretty big gap there on right center, particularly, if you think about it, she's throwing a lot of screwballs to those right-handed hitters, which is going to be on the outer half. So you got to expect, in that situation, that ball's, if it's going to be hit well, it's going to be hit into that right center field gap, and we didn't necessarily adjust the defense to that.
Beanham will lead it off, followed by Nelms, and then Lambert.
Oh, excuse me, Beanham's leading it off. I forgot the Stoll made the last out of the inning last time. Swinging on the first pitch, hard ground ball to the shortstop for an easy out. So Nelms will see if she can get us a base runner here with 1 out.
Nelms is your batter.
Nelms with a little floater out to left center field for a base hit. Seeing eye single. And
found the hole out there in left field.
Sherrard did a nice job trying to get after that one, but it was kind of in no man's land. So we got 1 down here with the always dangerous Jalen Lambin coming up to bat.
With 1 out.
Nels probably won't be on the move here, so be up to Lambin to move her. And that's the ball's well hit over her head.
She completely misjudged that, and it went over her head.
And we end up with a double out by Lambin there, moving Nelms over to third base.
It's a double to right, putting runners on second and third with 1 out.
Didn't look like Nelms got a great jump on that ball there. That's Lambin with her speed almost caught her by the time she got to second base.
She did.
Spindle will be batting.
She did. I don't know if she was watching the right fielder because they were both confused about that ball.
2 on.
This is Sydney Spindle.
Yeah, a little interesting that we're pinch hitting here for Snell when she's got 2 walks and a single on the day. But coaches must like something they see with this matchup. And Spindle's a high quality hitter, so I think see what happens.
From what I see of her, she's got a bright future ahead of her for a freshman with the skill set that she has. Does a great job catching. And a line shot right side, and it just tails foul.
Yep, she did a nice job letting it get deep, just a little bit tardy on it, and about 3 feet foul.
2 on the
So
batter with 1 out.
continuing to work that right fielder out there.
Do you think the secret's in the purple bow?
I think it has a lot to do with it. I believe that is a benefit bow for Tegan Neese, who's one of the Sherrard players battling some health concerns right now. So I believe they play on the same travel team, so it's good to see her supporting her teammate.
Very cool. 2-2 now the count to Spindle. or Sid Spin, I think they call her, as opposed to her older sister B Spin.
Small adjustment.
Fouls that one back.
Yeah, Spindle was on that one. She just missed it, just a hair underneath of it, but she saw that one well, I think.
That one pulled down the line, just foul.
Yep.
Third baseman close to making a play on that.
Yeah, a lot of traffic over there with the runner as well and the coach. Spindle doing a nice job of the battling here with 2 strikes.
So the 2-2 once again. High
That
fly ball, and that's
ball's
going to
gonna
drop
find a
in.
hole.
Oh boy. Play at the plate for Jalen Lambin, and she had a good slide in that her foot hit the plate and she was tagged in the chest, which would suggest that she was safe, and that's what Coach Rusk is explaining to the umpire.
Well, they do score a run.
Yeah, a little confusion on that one. It looked like to me with the base runner running into third, we didn't get in much of a round on that one. We kind of ran straight to the base, and then we had to restart all of our positive momentum. So
She is confirmed out after the conference.
What am I doing?
we got Dykstra subbing back in for the DP to run here in second with 2 outs.
Please pick up a run.
Nerup's really helped herself at the plate today with a couple of singles and a run scored. So let's see if she can get another hit here with 2 outs to drive Dykstra in. With her speed, she should be able to score easy on anything into the outfield. And chasing the high one there, hard to lay off of, hard to hit.
Sounds like a line from oh my gosh.
Could be a rock song.
There you go. League of Their Own is where I was going there.
Yeah.
And
Hits
a
it well.
Fly ball to center.
fly ball out to center
Please
is
pick up a
caught
run.
for the 3rd out. So we're heading to the top of the 7th
And Sherrard comes to bat.
with a 7-4 lead.
Yep, Leafs will see if they can hold the Tigers down here. Tigers are have their 7, 8, 9 hitters up coming into the inning, and so Nerup will want to make sure that we go right at these 3 hitters and not bring the top of the order back around. Looks like we got Spindle coming in to catch here for Beanham in this inning.
Is that the only substitution or the only defensive change you see, Ryan?
That is all I see at this point. Good to see Spindle get some work there behind the plate. Let's give one more shout out to those sponsors of our TV 50 broadcast. We have Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Communications, Turbines of Geneseo, Buzzworks Automotive, Geneseo Fitness, Eric Henderson and Jolene Effner of Country Financial, Central Bank, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Verac Pharmacy, Brian Gernant and Gernant Asset Management, and Farmers National Bank. Important first hitter here for Nerup. No one going to have to go right at her. So we got Anderson, the pitcher, up to bat here. She struck out last time, so she'll be trying to put the ball in play for the first time against Nerup. Nerup will be trying to prevent that from happening.
7th, 8th, and 9th batters in their lineup. Harley Anderson, the pitcher, will be leading it off.
So the first pitch from Nerup. Swing and a miss.
Ball up on the screwball. Got her to chase a little bit.
Whereas that was the first pitch of the inning, it is the 91st of the game.
Just down a little bit with that one.
One and one the count. Fouls that one off.
Got her in a 1-2 hole here.
2 strikes on the batter.
I'm betting we go with the screwball away, Tom.
Addison Ryan is on deck.
I don't think I'm going to bet against you. Looked like it popped up. Spindle out of the box and makes
Spindle
a nice
with
catch.
a great job getting out from behind the plate there and making a basket catch to retire the first batter. Nice play.
Those aren't easy. That's the first out of the inning.
So we got Addison Ryan coming back in to hit.
Addison Ryan is your next batter, the left fielder.
As you mentioned, Ryan, no slouch at the plate this year, hitting .421. So she's definitely capable of putting the ball in play and getting the Tigers a base runner here. So she did ground out to Narup in her first at bat in the 3rd inning. So starts with an open stance.
Seen a lot of their batters do that.
Yeah. I think, it gives you a chance, the timing mechanism a bit, and it gets you a chance to see the pitch a little bit earlier maybe, but also don't want to be late getting that foot back up to where it needs to be.
Becomes a little more difficult if you've got a pitcher throwing gas.
Yep.
Fouled off.
Nice pitch on the inner half there by Narup to get the little foul grounder.
Count even at 1.
Nice pitch there by Narup on the outer half with the screwball to go up 1-2.
Fouls that one off. That was just a nice piece of hitting there to protect the plate.
Yep, absolutely. Able to fight that one off and live for another pitch here. So good piece of hitting there by Addison Ryan.
Ground ball, foul ball, excuse me.
Ryan really battling up there against Narup. See if she tries to get her to chase up here maybe.
In the dirt, and that evens the count at 2.
A little low with the screwball there.
Batter, 1 out, nobody on. The left fielder for Sherrard at the plate.
Got big gaps in both right and left center here. Oh. Fouls off the curveball up and in.
I wasn't sure if she fouled that off or if it went off her arm.
Yeah, I think it just got it right off the handle here. Ryan having a really good quality at bat here.
Ground ball, Wildermuth over to first for the out.
Nice job, Wildermuth, getting the grounder there, and another hard throw. Nice strong throw by Wildermuth.
So 2 down, and the Sherrard Tigers down to their last batter.
Yamamoto is your batter in the top
Well, let's
of
hope
the
it's the
order.
last batter. Last out, anyway.
Down to the last out at least, Tom. Hopefully you are predicting the future.
Off the plate.
Emma is the center
Nerup
fielder
misses
for
with the
Sherrard.
screwball outside and up. Definitely don't want to roll the lineup back over here, though.
We do not. In the dirt, 2-0.
Doty with 2 Ks so far this game, so Nerup's had a lot of success against her. We just got to find the zone.
I predict she will right here. She does, fouls it off.
I think she got a little help on that one. That ball was a little bit up.
For a struggling pitcher, you'll take the help.
Every day, any day.
Doty is your batter.
We got time called. Coach Kernan wants to come out and talk to his pitcher.
Yep, Kernan wants to get his TV time in today, so going out to make sure we don't have any confusion here with 2 outs with the 9-hitter up.
Speaking of getting the TV time, we had quite the production here at the ballpark last night in the Alleman game. We had Mediacom 22 in the house with 4 cameras and full analyst team. I think they were threatened by us, Ryan.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure people listening in tonight and watching last night have their preferences. So 2-1 count here on Doty.
And a called strike to even the count at 2. Was that another screwball, Ryan?
That was another screwball. They've been living and dying with it, so I wouldn't be surprised if we went right back to it.
Boy, that looked good to me, but
Yep, just missed a little bit low with the screwball there.
count goes full here with 2 outs.
Megan Russell, top of the order, is next.
Got her.
Swing and a miss to nail down the win. So
Third out of the inning.
Leafs come up with the 7-4 victory. Their next game is tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Goes the distance.
This is for my partner Ryan Bieneman. This is Tom Baumgartner,
Keeps throwing it.
and we will hope to be back Wednesday night for senior night.